response to that, to any question anywhere from anybody.
Literally, the last time I said that was my neighbor's best friend, whose mom had passed that year, and we were all
Yeah,
teenagers,
that's
and I
yeah,
just,
that's
What'd you say?
that's rough.
yeah,
You didn't hear what
it was just a,
you didn't hear what I replied to your question, Sean.
No, I didn't know. What'd you
Oh well,
say?
then
Starship
I
Troopers?
retract my apology. Then
I heard someone say Starship Troopers.
But basically, the moment that Monty just said is like every British person's worst nightmare. It's like asking, "How's your wife?" And then they respond, "Oh, she passed away."
he died of polio
Well,
yesterday. I don't know how British people die, but I imagine polio's involved.
probably
why is it every
malnutrition.
I mean,
So-
these days, the average British person has more better nutrition than the average American person, and that was a
Yeah.
scientific study.
It was a joke.
So here's a question for you. Why is it only British people are sad when their spouses pass? I feel like that's like a universal thing, or at least a global thing.
It's British people's fear of small talk, which is why British people always talk about the weather. We're just like dreadfully embarrassed about being embarrassed.
Did you ask why only British people are upset when their spouses die?
Yeah, because it sounded like that's what.
Oh, it's because in America we don't actually love our spouses. That's why we divorce them all
Yeah,
the time.
British people are the only ones that love the people they get married to. It's a rule. You actually have to love each other, like it's a contract you sign.
It's one of the reasons
Yeah,
that John and
I
I
mean,
haven't got married yet.
I,
Well,
I
not
actually
officially.
I had to tell my wife that, especially when we got married. It was an extra step she wasn't used to as an American.
Like, no, legally, you have to put on paper and sign with blood that you love me.
This is the 13th episode, by the way, and I don't know why I haven't thought to do this, but I started putting Traveler and Pirates of Drinax hashtags in our descriptions, which will probably
Get you some looky loos.
well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might only compound the confusion because it's called Gungans and Dragons, and because Twitch on Streamlabs OBS requires me to put a game in that already exists, though the one that I find that's closest is Dungeons and Dragons. So on Twitch, this is labeled Dungeons and Dragons, but the title says Gungans and Dragons, but we're actually playing Pirates of Drinax. So
Yeah, Mongoose Traveler.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's in Twitch.
I don't know. But if you're here watching and you're if you've fallen victim to that confusion, I'm very
There's
sorry.
no excuse, and
Yeah.
you should feel ashamed.
Yeah,
Oh,
you should.
sorry. No, yes, I'm also sorry.
We just had the this week's live version of the Jedi Enclave presents the Now This Is Podcasting podcast, which is under the live tab of our YouTube channel, and then the podcast version will be out tomorrow. So go and check that out. And then throughout next week, I'm chasing trophies on Star Wars Outlaws, and I have a feeling that when I finish that and until the DLC comes, I may never play that game again. Just because, like, after you play it for like 50 hours, that's about all there is. Like, there isn't much to do other than that. So
I had a very similar experience.
yeah, it's just and especially for, like, it was a 50-hour game, and it was like a tight narrative, like Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order. I would be much more pleased with it, but it's supposed to be an open world game.
I mean, who wants to watch? It's a heist movie, and once the heist happens, why are you still there? You're watching them just make themselves breakfast.
Yeah. Plus the heist element is underbaked and kind of stupid.
Yeah, honestly,
50 hours of a heist movie is, I don't know, man. I'm tired.
Yeah.
the part where Vader and Vest kind of hooked up and there was that X-rated scene was kind of weird.
Whoa, what
You know,
version? What version of Outlaws are you watching?
it was called Triple X Outlaws, I think.
Hold on. I was trying to think about. I was trying to think of a funny. You know what? You know who'd be really good at naming this? Is ChatGPT. Hold on. Create a pornographic alternate title.
No, we don't.
For
We don't need to do
Star
it.
Wars Outlaws. It might
Well,
not
in
do
the
it though,
meantime-
because I think. Oh yeah. ChatGPT doesn't like that because I said porn.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, welcome to Gungans and Dragons. Thank you for coming back, everybody. Last time on the session, you all managed to make it safely away from the gas giant, albeit with a bit of damage having occurred to your ship.
All thanks to Slim.
I'm really proud of us for that because I was pretty convinced we were, gonna die.
And you are in the blue system right now. And since you had a couple of different options of places to go within the blue system, you opted not to go to the main planet Blue, but instead you went to a nearby moon world called Bullhigh, and you went to Bullhigh Freeport. It's a bit less populated, but it also has a bit less of a law level, and you thought it would be a much better place to offload your otherwise misbegotten goods. There, you've done a few things.
To deposit our load of booty.
Yes, in the day that you've been there, you managed to sell all of your goods for 5,300,000 credits. And I'd like to thank April for doing.
I was about to say, I think
brilliant
April.
job for
We don't deserve April.
showing how everything was split up here in a really great Excel sheet. So April, just remind me this session whenever you want. You could give yourself advantage one time for a roll. So yeah, you could keep that in your back pocket.
Don't do that because you'll sit on it. Put it on your front pocket.
And also, the other sort of event of note that happened was Slems managed to get himself a tech level 15 grav belt.
No, I didn't. Rest of the team, you didn't hear that. Put your earmuffs on.
Oh, are we not allowed to know?
I guess he hasn't revealed that yet.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's going to wait for a cinematic moment to start to rise into the air.
Permission to strike that from the record.
But you did get a call, basically late at night after doing all of these activities, from your crewmate Leonard, who basically called you with an SOS that
To
he
the world?
required your assistance because he was stuck in a fighting tournament, and he requires the presence of more crew. And then he was just kind of cut off after giving you guys the location data. You did notice that he does appear, when he was calling on the video call, he was wearing some sort of oddly blinking collar.
Okay, I vaguely remember this.
So now, you're back. You're all on the bridge. You just had this call. You're probably a bit sleepy after the events of the day, but yeah.
Well, I took a nap, so I'm probably perfectly rested.
So you're
I floated back, so I've got a lot of energy.
Yeah, when you float, I guess when you float, you don't have to use your muscles to propel yourself.
Oh, I'm not saying that. Sorry, my character isn't saying that.
It's practically as good as sleeping.
So Slums opens up with, "Oh, my legs are so tired. I have been walking all over
All that
godforsaken
walking.
city. I really don't think I can be a part of this, guys. I don't know. I'm not much of a fighter. Much more of a lover."
Oh, I've always assumed you're here just for your brains anyway. Not that you look weak. I'm just saying that. Well, I actually look kind of weak.
Slems is too stupid to take that as a compliment, so he's just gonna look at you quizzically.
Barbie on the bridge is gonna look over towards Slems and say, "Ah, I always just thought you was fat."
There's no denying that, my dear.
Barbie,
And
Jesus.
no.
We don't need to fat shame a man.
Oh, no. Slems, it's a point of pride.
Well, I understand,
I
but
have to work like these plebes.
I'm defending you on
To
principle.
be fat on Drinax is a way to show you're rich.
Also, I'm starting
Exactly.
to have a problem with Barbie. Barbie's starting to get on my nerves. So what are we doing about this? What are we doing about this thing?
So currently on the bridge, along with you guys, the people that came up for the call were Barbie, Billiam, and
Bilious
George.
Weasley.
I don't think like a billion is a bit too much bills for us. I don't feel like all of them could fit on the bridge.
It was probably like dollars, where like $1 million doesn't actually take up as much space as you'd think.
Okay, I look nervously at the captain, and I go, "What do you think we should do, oh mighty captain?"
Oh, he passed
John,
out.
are you there?
Oh, sorry, I was
That's you. That's
in my
you.
own world.
He's in a coma.
I tap him on the shoulder because he's clearly like off in La La Land. I go, sir, what should we do?
Right. Okay. So we went to. So the three of us, except Andrew, we did our own thing, right?
So you were mostly dealing with unloading all of the goods and selling all of the goods that day.
Right. And then I also visited that cat guy to get the.
You put your order in for the suit, and he said he could get it finished in 4 days.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna.
Did we have him also ship it to the other place we're
we
going?
decided not to do that.
Oh, okay.
Because we're
Man, I wonder maybe if I started to slip into a coma myself toward the end of our last episode, because some of this I do not remember.
Yeah, I don't remember the part with like we're going to help somebody now.
well
It
at
happened,
the very
it happened
end
right
of
at the end of the session.
And who are we helping?
Did it happen
It's
after?
Our sword master.
Did it happen? Oh, right, because he entered us all into a fucking competition.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He entered himself into a competition.
And then by
he's forced to come up with a team.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I remember actually being kind of excited about this now. Right. Well, now that you have all the relevant data, what do we do? I think we obviously this could be a good chance for us to make some money and make some notoriety.
And it's a sword competition, I say.
You didn't get that details. You just
we did not get
said
this level of details.
it's some sort of fighting competition.
He doesn't seem to me like the kind of guy that was specifically looking for a sword competition.
He's a first master, so
Yeah, but he also just seems like the kind of guy that would just pick a fight with someone.
Well, there are currently let's see, there are currently 2. So there are 3 other people that are missing from the bridge other than Leonard right now.
Are they all on the ship?
Yeah.
Are you calling?
I guess I'm asking our captain. Is everyone on the ship?
Yeah, is everyone on the ship? Richard.
How are you checking?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna wait while our captain's figuring it out. I'm gonna turn to my comms panel and then order all divisions to check in with personnel.
You're just doing this through the ship comms, right? Like calling their rooms?
Yes.
Okay.
So Slems yells out, "Division's excellence reporting for duty."
Well, you guys don't. Okay, Jesus, you guys are in the room. Like I know you're.
You do so you get a response from engineer, saying This one is currently ensconced in work. What do you require?
The confirmation of your presence on the ship, as I said.
Present in engineering systems.
Okay, you could have just led with that and it would have been fine. Next.
You do get a response from Veronica. She's kind of slurring her words a little bit, and she says, "What's going on?"
Hold on, what's her job?
She's like
She's one of the
your
engineers.
mercenaries.
Oh, okay, that's
No,
fine. She can be drunk. That's fine. Okay. I just want to make sure you're there. Go back to sleep.
Yes,
We might
good.
need her, sir,
Well,
good night. Yes.
but she's plastered.
yeah.
I need
So
drink.
I will.
I
Okay.
drunk him
Okay.
under the
I
table.
mute my conversation. I don't want to hear any more of that. So Veronica's well, she's shit faced. So keep that in mind as you're making your next decision.
Let's see. So you do not get a response from Vim.
Oh. Okay. So the kid
Where's
is.
Vim?
I don't think the kid's on the ship. Where did we send him?
I think we
You-
kind of cut everybody loose, and I went to Count Cargo.
Okay. Can I call him on his cell phone?
You can try to make a comms check for me.
Okay. How do I do?
So for
Two
your
s-
character, that's gonna be Ukluna. That's gonna be 3d6 plus
You said
3.
3D
No, sorry. 2d6 plus 3. 2d6 plus 3.
3.
I don't know. I heard 4d6 plus 8 personally.
12d6.
Okay, so with that roll, you can't contact him.
Why?
But-
Was it a bad roll?
No, that was a good roll.
Oh.
It's the equivalent right now of like going straight to voicemail. But with a little bit of extra work, you kind of try to triangulate where his comm is, and apparently, his comm is at the location of the dome that Leonard gave you the location of.
Okay, so he's
Already there.
okay. Is he also fighting? All right, so our one missing crew member is where we're gonna end up going anyway. So now we have more of a reason to go and check this out.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Although, Andrew, you said you want to do your own thing, right?
No, no. I mean, I was hoping to get out of here, but now we have to do this.
I just wanted to go home.
Well, I'll ask and be
You're
like,
not even supposed to be here
Yeah.
today.
I don't
So
even
I'll-
like space.
I'll ask.
I
I'll be
love
like, okay,
space.
who doesn't want to do this? I ask. Raise your hand.
Well, he's in trouble, and we need to go help him.
Yeah.
So,
Do we-
what?
Slum raises his hand.
Put-
That shit fires up.
So are you suggesting we leave Vim and our sword master, the guy teaching us both how to sword fight?
No, I mean, I'd be up for going. I just thought like maybe Andrew could like, unless you.
Oh, like if Andrew wanted to do something on her own.
Yeah,
Well,
Well, what if we need her?
true. Yeah, I just kind of feel bad, April, that like we all got to do stuff last
Captain,
week. and
I know that you've written the
Fine.
book on military strategy, and I know you've worn lots of uniforms, and your expertise in this area is probably much more than mine. But perhaps you should stop running the ship like a democracy.
Oh, gotcha.
And also, ostensibly, April's character probably did the most important thing for the ship last session and actually sold and got rid of all the merchandise.
Yeah, we're blubbering idiots without Andrew. So
I disagree. Slems also did a lot of very valuable things that contributed greatly overall to the team.
my original
Of
comment
which
stands.
nothing comes to mind immediately.
Yeah, do you have
Rest assured.
Can you supply some evidence?
Again, I'll have my people
So-
contact.
is this like? So this this dome that we have. So it's like, is it like a different part of the station, or is it elsewhere on the moon?
It appears to be elsewhere on the moon and not part of this one city colony.
Okay, so we would have to leave, or we would get to leave the city colony.
Why are you in such a hurry to leave?
Well, I'm just saying that we don't have to walk through customs. Therefore, we can go there armed.
So, okay. So you weren't up to like any sketchy shit or anything. You just like wanted to get out.
Well, I'm just saying that we can bring our guns.
Okay. That's a good point. And I can bring my sword and make an ass of myself trying to use it since our sword master is there and not here teaching me how to use my sword.
That would also be if you want to move your ship entirely to the other dome.
I mean, how far is the dome? If we were to walk, how long would it take us?
It is 150 kilometers away.
Oh, we can walk that.
And how long is that in miles?
About 5/8.
Freedom units.
About 5/8 of that.
Alexa,
right?
how many miles are in 158 kilometers?
A little over 93 miles.
Oh, so we can't walk that.
98.2, bitches.
Okay, yeah, we'll fly the ship there.
So you want? Okay, so you're gonna. So
Also,
you already
since
paid up.
none of us have grav belts, that would be a terrible walk for all of us.
Well, you could
I
also
agree.
probably also hire a vehicle to just taxi you there.
Yeah,
That
that's
might
true.
be. I'm kind of don't want to take the ship.
You want to leave the ship
That
here?
might be. Well, I'd
You already
rather-
you already paid up for the week for the birthing fee.
Yeah, let's just hire let's just hire like a space Uber, I guess.
Birthing fee.
Yeah,
Or we
Paying
could-
for parking.
or we
And-
could
and, and technically speaking, I think you're still being refueled. It takes about a day.
Okay. Well then, all the more reason to take a. Well, the problem is if we
Space
take
Uber.
if we take a space Uber, then I don't think we can take our weapons, can we?
Is there like a
What-
less reputable space Uber we can use?
Or if we could just could we rent a van?
You could try to look one up. Yeah.
A space van.
We need to rent some ground transport.
Okay, so for Andrew, you're looking for a transport to rent. So make me a broker check. So 2d6 plus 2.
I don't gotta make any broker check. I'm broke as fuck. Take that to the bank.
I've done my broker check. I'm still broke.
Same.
Oh,
Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese.
That was a perfectly waste of a roll.
I get
Brokered the fuck out of that.
Oh, speaking of money, I say I'm gonna look over at Okluna and be like, "Hey, Okluna, could I get my money back, please?"
What money?
That's-
Slems also puts his hand out. Yeah, I also need mine back as well, since we're all asking.
I mean, can I get my luggage back, please?
Did you say your luggage?
Yeah,
I don't have your luggage.
yeah. You have that suitcase of money, right? Trying to use a code word for it.
I was just gonna see if you forgot that I had it, I suppose. But yes, you can have your $2 million back.
Thank you.
all right. I'll make a note of the transfer now.
I want you to remember that I didn't get up to any funny business.
I appreciate it.
I could have spent it.
I
Well,
would
you
have
have your
spent
own,
it.
You have your own money to spend now.
Yeah, but I could have had his money to spend.
Okay.
I could have made
so-
up a story about how I was mugged by a bunch of children and lost it.
So you found there's a bunch of postings for different services that can
Good
shuttle
story.
you back and forward, but you did find somebody. You actually know with that roll. Let me see if you find one.
With that roll, you found everybody.
Okay. You actually found 3 listings for personal vehicles that are currently for sale / rent. Somebody is looking to rent an air raft, which is an open-topped vehicle supported by anti-gravity technology. They're capable of actually reaching orbit of most planets, but of course they require their passengers to wear vac suits. So,
Oh, thankfully we all have vac suits, right? So that's great.
so this one would cost, apparently, with that roll, they're offering to either rent it for 10,000 credits a day, or they're looking to sell it, this one, for 100,000 credits. Also, with that spectacular roll, there's also someone selling a G carrier, and it's basically like the other one, except it's basically a flying armored personnel carrier. And there, you could rent it for 100,000 credits a day, or buy it for 2 million credits.
Nice.
I feel like
Do we have a
I feel like
docking?
we got access to that.
You have flyer, right? Slims?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, didn't he?
I'm great at
Fire
flying.
grab.
Didn't he fly and shoot someone while he's flying?
Actually, the G carrier does have a gun. It has a turret on top.
Also,
It has
ha-
a fusion turret on top.
Oh, Captain, my captain, we should use that 2 million you got.
Are we? So would we just? Do we have like a docking bay that we would just store it in while we're flying our ship around?
No.
That's a
it'd
good
take
question. The air raft would take up 4 tons, and the G carrier would take up 15 tons.
How much of our available space do we have now? Without
You
the
have,
goods.
G6.
You have a little over 29 tons.
And how much was the big one again?
2 million.
This one's offering kind of like at a steal to buy it.
No, the
2
weight.
million
No,
credit.
no. The amount of space it takes up. I mean.
15.
Oh, okay.
15.
Yeah.
Those aren't all the numbers.
So it would fit on the ship, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Take up most of our, and take up almost over half of our cargo space.
Or would this be the start of our own little fleet? Like we would just fly
How
it?
much storage space
not-
is on the G ship, though? Like, how much cargo could we fit in the thing
Oh,
that's
that's a good
taking
question.
up the cargo space?
It's not hyper ready.
All right, so
Yeah,
we can fly it on its own then. But like, how much of our booty could we store on it?
So there are the stats of the 2 different vehicles.
Are the stats going to answer the question I just asked?
I don't think the G carrier has any real cargo space in it. Well, no, it does. It does 0.75 tons for the G carrier, and
Okay, so negligible.
and the air raft has 0.25 tons.
But it's a personnel carrier, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
seats.
we're just
It's
people.
got seats, not boxes.
Okay.
I don't know that we need to purchase either one,
We just rent it.
or that we even need the gun. That we even need the gun. I mean, we're not going to hold this place hostage, and if we were, we would use the
Well, let's not make a
Ship
decision
to
on
do
that
that.
quite yet.
So we
Slem's
just need something that we can drive out there with our weapons. So
Slem's just
renting
breathes
the,
heavily.
you can
Sorry, continue.
you have fly you can fly that, right, Slums?
Yes, but if the voice of reason wouldn't be speaking up so much, we could fly and keep it.
Look, if you want to buy it, you can buy it.
Well, I don't think that's
I
what
don't
he's
have any money.
suggesting. I think he's suggesting we rent it and then just take it with us.
We are pirates, and I wink.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like, I feel like we don't want to like anger this port either.
I guess we
True,
did make a
that's-
good deal.
That is a good point your captain's making, because you're trying to also develop good relationships with ports and whatnot.
This is true. Also, we do have to.
Fine. Fuck.
Yeah,
I say we
it's
just
fine.
get the regular air. We just rent the regular air raft, and that way we can fly out there with our equipment and see what's going on.
Pop out and pop back.
I'm surprised none of you
Okay.
questioned how much that they were offering to let you buy it for.
The air raft?
You said,
Well, we're not gonna buy it, are we?
how much is it?
Well, now that you've mentioned it, how much does it cost?
They're offering, the person who's offering to loan it out for 1,000 credits a day is also willing to sell it for 20,000 credits.
Oh. And how? Yeah. How many does it fit?
Well,
Uh,
4 tons, right?
6. Oh no, five passengers at a time. Oh, so 6 people total, because it needs 1 crew. So yeah, so 6 people at a time.
That's enough for all. That's enough for 2 of us. That's enough for all 4 of us and like 2 bodyguards or something. Probably
Or
Vim
Vim.
and
If our buddy, well, we're gonna need to take the 4 of us, the 5 of us out there, and
And then Vim and what's his name back?
Yeah.
well, that's too many. But
wait, 5 of us.
Well, if it's just you
Marvin.
4 going and you're coming back with 6, that's the perfect number.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, let's just rent it for today, and if we like it, we can discuss keeping it.
Yeah,
Can I float a quick observation? Should we maybe wait for our muscle to sober up before we go out there? Because maybe that isn't enough seats. Maybe we want to take an extra person with us.
There
Oh.
was a sense of urgency in the call.
If we go out with 1 more, how would they get back?
She would jet out there, and she would jet back if she were sober.
I'm sure we got this. We're all competent, right?
I don't know. Which one of us flew us into a gas giant?
Hey, you know what? I got us out of there, didn't I?
I
This is
got us
true.
out of there.
I think the chain,
my
the
speech.
dice rolling chain. Yeah, like there was a rousing speech.
that I wrote
And some
myself
drugs.
on the spot.
I don't want to,
George-
Captain. I don't want to relitigate your many mistakes. We don't have to do that. We can do whatever you want.
Well, okay, so yeah, I mean, if we gotta wait for them to sober up, like, why don't I mean, why don't the 4 of us just go out there, and then maybe like if we need to, we'll just call the ship and be like, hey, can someone else come out here and meet us?
Okay.
All right.
Just an idea.
Just curiously, did any of the crew that we're leaving behind, are any of them qualified to fly the ship?
You're asking them that? George will kind of shrug his shoulders as he floats up there, and he's like, yeah, I can pilot a ship. Well, I mean, I haven't really had much cause to do it other than an emergency, and I'm much better knowing at how a ship flies rather than flying it myself. But yeah, I'm sure I could manage.
Well, I mean, if we called you to fly the ship, it would almost certainly be an emergency.
Yeah. I figure.
All right. Well, that's not a bad plan. then.
As long as it doesn't have any feet controls and any laughs.
It's all holographic. It's pretty fancy.
You could probably just have Barbie do the pedals for you.
Okay. So
Barbie doesn't have a snarky bullshit for that.
Oh, when you look around, she's already left.
No.
I like her.
Oh, she pulled the Batman.
Yep.
She knew that I was making a funny joke and she wanted to ruin it for me.
Oh, by leaving. I'll laugh and be like, oh, I thought it was kind of funny.
Wow. Okay. So
Okay, so the air raft comes to your ship within about 20 minutes. There's a guy who comes with it. He's already suited up in his vac suit. He kind of he messages you and he says, "All right, it's parked up, all gassed up. Just return it back within 18 hours, or you get charged for another day."
Roger.
Question: if we end up buying this, would the money we use to rent it be taken off the purchase price?
No, so make your decision as quickly as possible, so it's more cost effective for you.
Hmm.
You're already getting her at a steal if you do buy her.
I already
Okay.
don't like this guy. So if you want to steal it, I'm on board.
Well, again, we don't really want to like have bad relations.
I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just saying. If you decide that, I would enthusiastically agree.
We'll rent it first, and then like if it turns out, yeah, if we like it, we'll probably buy it.
Alrighty. Well, I'm heading back into the city. You keep good care of her.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Ignore the stains. Bye.
And I'm gonna realize I said you too and just die of embarrassment.
Covers face.
Okay, so are all of you getting into your vac suits?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's kind of necessary.
So this is so for anybody who has a vac suit skill of at least 0, this is just, you've done this plenty of times, so I'm not even going to have you roll.
Okay, but
so Danny McCore.
Yeah. Okay.
This is going to be 2d6 minus 3.
Okay.
Oh God.
As you suit up right next to them. So I'm guessing, or are you
0.
all? Yeah, you're all doing this at the airlock right
0.
now.
I rolled a 3 and I
So
got.
you rolled a
-3.
0. So as you guys all expertly put on your vac suit piece by piece, kind of like starting off with the boot. Well, you notice like your captain is starting with his helmet and trying to go below that way for like putting on his suit, and somehow he's putting like half of his things on backwards, and you realize he hasn't put on like any of the actual seals on properly for his suit. And then he stands up next to you guys and he says he's ready.
I'm gonna. Well, oh, sorry.
Are you proud of the job you did there? Do you think that's correct?
Okay. Full disclosure: I've never had to wear a vac suit before.
What you don't say?
Yep. Could someone teach me,
Do you want me to do the buttons for you?
please?
Okay,
Okay,
I'm gonna help.
so,
I'm gonna help him put it on correctly, I guess, if that's allowed.
I think Sammy the Spacer like he's a 2-year-old.
Okay, so
Tie
that's
shoes.
2d6. That's 2d6 plus 2 for you putting on his suit for him.
How embarrassing.
Oh,
12, nice.
okay, a 12. Okay, so you know what? You do this so quickly. Like usually it would take like 10 minutes, but you do it just like so quickly.
It brings him to
and
orgasm. That's how quick it is.
You actually get this done in 4 minutes flat. And Gani McCore, you find
69
yourself
seconds.
you find this worse than than if he had just done it normally, because like he's like saying everything that he's doing like super quick as he's doing it, and you can't follow him.
Could you write?
Because
down
you're
the
a fucking moron. That's why you can't follow.
Right.
We'll work on this later.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, never had to wear a vac suit in the Navy, so I just never learned the skill, I guess.
Yeah.
The Space Navy.
Well, yeah, we're inside ships all the time. We don't got to wear vac suits.
Yeah,
So,
there's never no risk of you suddenly being exposed to space out in space.
Yeah. Anyway, though, who wants to drive?
All right. Well,
Me.
exiting the the airlock of your ship. You are thrown out into vacuum as you step out into the slightly lighter gravity of this moon. You can see the red silhouette of the gas giant that almost pulled you guys in, hanging above your heads.
I'm gonna give it
And
the middle finger.
And there, laying next to your ship in yellow, covered in lots of scratches and gouges, is the air raft. You do notice at one point someone probably tried to paint it like baby blue, but most of it's been chipped off. And as you clamber into the chairs, most of the like cushioning has been just pitted and being torn apart, and what little is left is stained in various colors of brown and red.
Ew.
Well,
Let's just hope it works.
that's gross.
Let's hope it runs better than it looks.
I'm gonna do a mechanics check on that real quick just to make sure it's okay.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit harder for you because you're in your vac suit. So it's a bit more unwieldy. If you have vac suit skill, it compensates for it. So,
But you don't.
but you don't. So in this case, so your regular mechanics is 0. So this is going to be 3d6 minus 3.
So 8.
Okay, an 8. Despite the clumsiness that you're feeling in your fingers, how the helmet's kind of getting in your way, you kind of manage to pop up one of its servicing panels, and it does indeed have a full charge right now. It looks like it's been modified at various parts of its life, but from your quick look right now, it does appear as if it should be able to run.
Like, is it worth $20,000 or no?
Make me with that roll, yeah, you think it's probably worth more than that. Like a brand new one generally goes for 250,000. A used one, generally speaking, if you get a good deal, maybe you could get one for 125,000. So the 20,000 sounds like an absolute steal.
That
Okay.
is suspicious as fuck.
This is a free port.
Did someone
Might have
get
been going on-
murdered? Did someone get murdered in this and he's like trying to like get rid of the evidence?
Well, there are bloodstains on it, so
We should still buy it.
well, we can.
Yeah,
We could
honestly.
fix it. We could fix it up.
Like it would solve his problem and it would be fun for us.
We could fix it up.
And I bet if he's desperate to get rid of it, he might sell it for cheaper.
All
I don't know,
right.
at this point, he could scrap it for more than 20,000, if it were not hot as fuck.
I just realized we probably don't want to get pulled over in this.
Well, good thing we're not going anywhere where there are cops.
Right.
Well, Slum's-
Before I start driving this thing, are you guys cool if I just like randomly shoot outside while I'm driving it?
You-
It's kind of a thing I do.
You do whatever you want.
Wait, shoot what?
randomly.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think it makes you go faster.
You gonna shoot what?
Yes.
Actually, I think that is a good point because Slems at the moment doesn't have a gun. Oh wait, no, you do. You have the mag rail pistol. Never mind.
Oh, I got gun.
I want to save that ammo. We might need that where we're going.
I think you should do whatever makes you happy.
Glorious.
It's in space. Nobody's going to hear it anyway.
But he'll know.
As you sit into the pilot's chair, Slems, you do notice that this does have an autopilot function and it does have a computer database function. And as you turn it on, it does have listed a bunch of the different domed units that are on this moon. And literally, if you wanted to, you can just tap on one of the domes, and it would automatically start flying towards one of them. But since you're the one in the pilot seat, you're the only one that's seeing this right now.
Okay.
Can we see
which button do I have to press?
It's literally a touch screen.
Okay. All right. So everybody, take your seat. I need to make a few complex calculations in order to get this hunk of junk in the air. Don't worry.
Is it going to be difficult? Do you think it'll be difficult?
It could. We could all die,
Yeah.
but we won't because I'm the one in charge.
Do you want me to drive? I ask.
No. I only have one good speech in me a year, and we use that up.
Well, hopefully your skill is good enough that we won't crash or anything.
So I touch everything except the touch screen for like a good minute and a half, and then I touch the touch screen.
You're just going beep boop while you're like pressing on the dashboard.
I'm conferring with myself. Carry the 2. No, sorry. What was I thinking? Carry the 3.
And as you finish and you hit the proper dome with your hand, the air raft goes up about 10 meters up and then shoots smoothly across the barren moonscape. The trip...
Shoots, you say?
The trip will take you about 10 minutes in this. This goes very fast.
Oh, also, I
pretend that I'm flying it the entire time.
I put my seatbelt on, and I'm also holding the old shit handle.
Okay. Oh, so you're not sitting in one of the middle seats. You get one of the armrests.
Yeah. Well, the old shit handle in a car when you on the.
Yeah. Oh shit! You need something to grab onto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there isn't an ship handle. If you notice, it's open topped.
Oh, okay. Then I'm holding onto one of the armrests then.
Okay.
Also, are there armrests?
Yeah, there are 4 armrests total. There's 2 middle seats, and then there are the 4 edge seats.
Okay, Richard. I'm. Oh, I see. On the side. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. When you're about 5 minutes away from the dome, you are getting there's a little beep on your console. And I assume that you all kind of linked your suits audio into the air raft when you got in. So you all hear the beeping in your helmets. And you hear a little musical number, like a little jazzy musical number. And then it said, welcome to the Thunderdome. Are you coming as contestants or are you coming as betters?
Well, I mean, I don't think we're better than anybody, honestly.
Personally, I think I'm better than everybody. I'm coming as a better.
I'm just coming. Yeah.
Acknowledged, coming as betters. Please go to this entrance, and you get new sort of data on your screen there, Slems, where you can hit a button to head towards the sort of entrance that they're guiding you to.
Go, geez, they changed the coordinates. I need to do some quick calculations. Geez. And then I press the button.
But we need to go find Leonard. I mean, we're not here to watch Leonard die by himself.
Well, I mean, we always just jump in once we see him, right?
Well, I personally...
I don't think he'll die. I think he'll
my
do
character isn't saying this, but I have no love for Leonard, so everything is going according to plan for me.
Is that what you say or no?
I don't know, no. I go, of course, but I've already done the calculations.
By the way, what if
we're here to see one of the contestants?
Oh, so you're saying that over the comms to the person?
Yes.
The voice kind of changes, and you hear like a deeper woman's voice saying, Acknowledged. Hold on a second. So, you're coming here to see what's the contestant's name?
Leonard, Swordmaster of Drinax.
I see.
Oh, his title
So,
and everything. I say under my breath.
so you're the so you're the other 4 members of Vim's team.
Wait,
Wait,
did you
what?
say Vim's team?
Yes, you heard me correctly. So you're the other 4 registered members for Vim's team, correct?
I mean, I'm not.
So is he in charge of the team? Did he tell you that?
Vim signed up for this this cage match. So it requires 6 members.
Oh,
Guys, I'm not even mad at him. I don't know.
I am a fan of cages.
well, question. In place of me, could we enter our ship instead?
What?
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 You're offering to sell us your ship? I don't understand what you're saying. This is a cage match.
Right. Could my ship be the contestant instead? Could we just roll over the competition with it?
Is there someone sober on that air raft that's
yeah,
approaching us?
I'm gonna lean in close to the comms and say I'm sorry. He's a known drug addict. So I want to get this clear. Leonard didn't sign up for the competition. A man named Vim signed up.
Hold on a second. The audio just cuts out for a second. All right. Yeah, I just double checked. It was Vim that signed up for this competition. Leonard reported to us a couple of hours later. After Vim put in a call.
We need to we need to confer with him about this.
Right. Well, I'm sending your computer the coordinates to the contestant entry. There'll be a representative over there to talk to you about what's going on. No worries, you're not signed up yet, so only Vim and Leonard will have to pay if you guys don't join them. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
How much is the entry fee?
You don't hear anything else at this point. The audio cuts out.
I think he was tired of talking to us.
Oh. So
you get the new button to press there, Slems, for the competitor entry.
Okay, I forget this charade that I'm keeping up, and I just go, "Oh, thank God, these fucking buttons," and I touch it.
So
so much easier than the other ones.
So is anyone else just kind of vaguely proud of Vim?
I mean, yes and no.
Okay, so what he did is stupid, but I mean, come on.
As usual, Slems has not paid any attention to the conversations being had to his detriment.
So, Slems, what do you think about all this?
Yes.
You think we should fire Vim for doing this?
I feel like he's fired up. Is that what we're talking about?
No, I just wanted to see. I just tested you.
You better not yell at him for this, by the way. I'm sure he has a good reason.
I'm not going to yell at him. You're going to yell at him.
I'm not yelling at him.
He's your favorite.
I know. That's why I'm not yelling at him.
No, that's why you are going to yell at him. I'm going to make you do it.
So you approach the dome, which is about 1/10 of the size of the dome of the one that you just left. You approach the sort of reticle of the airlock. It opens up for you, and you land into a smaller chamber that cycles in the air. You then go forward, and you find yourself in a small docking bay. There are a couple of other air rafts in here. There's one G carrier in here as well. And you can see that it seems to be a lot of random, just like trash, and like there are parts in here. There is a heavy cage against one wall where there are several people sat behind it with a just array of weaponry behind them. There are also 4 people in battle dress standing right before your air raft. The battle dress itself has been kind of painted to make it look as if they have like skeleton motifs.
Nice.
Scary.
So there is air here, so you can take off your helmets if you wish.
Yeah, I'll take mine off.
Yeah.
I'll turn off
I'll
my
do
suit
that.
air. So, but I will.
One of the people in battle dress approaches and says, "You are members of Vim's team."
Well, we're here to discuss that with him.
Yeah, we're not sure about that yet. We would very much like to speak to Vim.
Yes, please.
All right, let me explain to you the situation. The person with battle dress takes out a pad from a side satchel and like puts it before you and says, "Okay, right now you are at Bullhigh's premier destination for cage matches and battle to the death competitions. Currently, Vim has signed you up for a group cage match against the reigning champion Vargar team of Bull High. You actually are the first challengers in about 6 years.
Okay, can we talk to Vim now?
I can arrange for you to talk to him, but to get into the same room with him, you have to be one of the other contestants.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Okay, how much
Now,
is it?
somebody mentioned something about them having to pay if we didn't show up.
Oh, yes. So basically, if the rest of the members don't show up, they'll just be publicly executed for taking up too much time.
No skin off my bones. Let's head back to the ship, guys.
Oh,
And who is
hey.
that?
Okay.
Are you familiar with the circumstances under which Vim entered the?
Look, man, I just work here, and I'm generally a fan. I mean, I got pretty excited to see that, there were finally challengers for these guys. I mean, they have killed over 75 teams in a row. I mean, it is a thing of beauty to watch them slaughter.
And there wasn't any like big drama about the new challenger and.
Oh, no. There's certainly lots of drama. Like right now, there's currently pretty significant betting going on, whether or not his other teammates are going to show up. So right now the betting is actually kind of like tipped over towards the side where you could make quite a bit of money just betting that his other teammates are going to show up.
So, unrelated question: Where do you place bets again?
Oh, in the other section. You can't place bets over here. That's against the rules.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna do that first. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, we don't allow bettors to be competitors. It goes against the spirit of the game.
It goes against the spirit of your fight to the death competition.
So then,
Exactly, you get it.
how do fighters get paid then?
If they win.
But they can't bet on themselves if they win.
Oh no. They get a portion of the bets.
Oh,
It's
okay.
basically a
As
big
a
pot
reward,
that you
yeah.
earn.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, let's talk to him.
Honestly, if Vim's team managed to win from the bets coming in so far, hold on just a second, let me check the numbers. Yeah, 25 million credits.
Shit.
Right.
Okay. Well, so are you gonna be here kind of like throughout? Like if we need you again, can we grab you and you can answer more questions?
Well, right here is the sort of check-in area. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm seeing if you truly are the team members, checking in to be a part of this competition, and if so, what you will be doing is you will be turning over any arms and weaponry that you currently have on you. and we're gonna get you prepared for your match.
How are we supposed to get prepared for our match without arms and weaponry?
Yeah.
Oh, we provide the arms and weaponry. Again, we take the spirit of the games quite seriously. We check both team equipment, we check both teams' weapons, and then we basically allow each team. These are the rules. You get to basically choose one set of armor of the sort that we provide, and one weapon each.
Oh, okay.
So it's even.
And what happens if you forfeit? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, if you forfeit, you die.
Yeah.
This is a
fight to the death, right?
It's a fight to the death. Yeah.
Oh, you
see, this guy gets it.
So once we're entered, we're either winning or we're dying.
You can't just say I quit and then you just match ends no death.
I mean, if you say you quit, you might as well just cut your own throat.
Oh.
I mean, well, I mean, we do give you collars that do explode, so in a way, you are.
Question for you then. Let's say these two people. Let's say a person entered in this competition, but without say like their superior's knowledge or okay, could they be withdrawn without being killed?
What do we look like? A Navy ship? As long as they're an adult, they can sign up.
Well, what if they're not cognitively an adult?
Yeah, like what if they're a kid?
What if they're a fucking moron? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've seen plenty of idiots die in this area, but are you trying to make a challenge that one of the contestants is mentally handicapped?
Oh, both of them.
Yeah, they both seem kind of on the spectrum, I think.
Well, look, one of them is a royal. I feel like that should explain things.
I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever encountered someone trying to make that argument. I could put it up to my bosses.
Let's put a pin in that.
Yeah, guys, I think we have to enter this fight.
Well,
okay.
I 100% am not entering this fight.
Without a doubt. People, though.
Okay.
My mind.
We can't leave Leonard, and I won't leave Vim.
We do require a full team of 6 to begin the match.
Okay, I mean, if Slums isn't, that's not a huge deal because we can just call Barbie over here, right?
There you go.
Or not Barbie.
They have power armor. Do we get power armor?
I think they take our armor too.
They take everything. Yeah.
He looks at you when he says power armor. And he says, "Oh, you mean battle dress? No, battle dress is not one of the options."
There you go.
I mean, I presume that she's.
If you're not in, you need to go get Barbie and get her sobered up right now.
Yeah.
And just as a note, we have just an hour before the match is scheduled to begin.
Shit.
Oh.
And it's a 20-minute drive there and back.
10 minutes there, 10 minutes back.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little prediction here. Our effort to get them disqualified based on them being morons is not gonna work. I mean, these guys have a financial reason to get this fight to happen under any circumstances.
I'm gonna ask. Sorry.
I'm not leaving Vim, so I'm going to be in this fight regardless. So if you want to lose your comms officer, I would suggest you also fight with me.
I'm gonna say, can I talk to your manager real quick?
There's always a Karen. Says the guard, and he kind of like stomps over to the side, and about 5 minutes later, the door opens at the side, and a guy dressed in he's basically dressed very fancily. It's kind of like in between a tuxedo and something that you would see like a leather duster from the Matrix with a little bit of like weirdly lit trim on the side. Walks in, and of course he's wearing sunglasses in here, and he walks up to you, and he says, "Hi, I'm the manager of this level. How can I help you?"
Before I say anything to him, who here actually wants to do the fighting?
I do.
You do? Okay.
I mean, I have to.
I will.
Because I was gonna try to bribe him to get Vim and.
I mean, if we can do it without, it's just that I don't know how much time we're going to be wasting.
That's why I said, Slems, if you're out, you need to go get Barbie right now.
Oh, but that's even more work.
More
Well,
work than fighting to the
okay.
death.
But that was also out of character when I asked. Sorry. Because like if another player wants to do this, I don't want to step on toes. I guess if that makes sense.
But also right now, Sean, is it echoing in Ganny McCore's head of what Ukluna said to him? You have to act like a captain and not let this be a democracy.
Hear my voice in Obi-Wan Kenobi Force Ghost form.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say, look, I understand 2 of my crew signed up for this fight. I understand, but I really don't want them fighting. They didn't really get my okay on this. And so, if possible, I would like for you to withdraw them from the fight.
The guy kind of sighs for a second and says, "Let me lay this on you. We've got a lot of bets already."
How much would you need to withdraw them from the fight?
Well, it would be more than 20. It would be more than 25 million credits, right? Because that would be our cut.
I would do it. Okay, if you want this to go away and for me to come up with an excuse, but be prepared to not be welcome around this area again, because I'll have to come up with an excuse of like them escaping or whatnot. 10 million credits.
Okay.
If you want me to come up with an excuse and like cover it up super nice, and you'll be welcome to this moon again, 30 million.
Gotcha.
If you want somehow there was an accident in the Vogger changing room, 40 million.
Okay. Do you take anything besides credits?
What are you offering?
How much do you hate aging?
You mean anagathics?
Not saying that, but yeah, just if that was on the table.
I'm not an idiot. I'm running a. Do you see what we do here?
Well, you never know. You never know who could be a cop.
What do you mean a cop? What the? This is a death ring. We don't have any cops here.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying you never know who's an undercover cop. Like this guy could be a cop, and I point to the guy who was the chauffeur. Like
this guy could be a fucking rat.
all of our guards here work for us.
Okay, just good to know. I just don't want to yeah. Anyway, though, how many vials of anagathics would you need for us to still be welcome here?
Like 40?
Oh, well, it's a million a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that was out of character. I'm gonna huddle real quick with these guys and be like, okay, guys, what if we just killed these 2 and then just got Spring Vim and Lauren?
I look to him. I look to the guy in the battle dress.
There are actually there are 4 people in battle dress.
Yeah, the 4 guys in battle dress, and I look at my stunner and
I just start crying. Crying.
Don't start crying, and then I point at Clem.
Yeah, I'm already crying on the floor.
I think so we're not paying $30 to $40 million, right?
We don't have 30 to 40.
I think you know what we need to do.
I don't have $30 million at all.
And we might as well get this shit over with.
Okay. How much would a sponsorship be worth?
Captain, I'm going to say this. This is
Sponsor?
outside of the game. You just need to tell Slems what to do. He's a grubby little like nothing. So just like
Okay.
tell him what to do.
All right.
He looks a little bit intrigued when you say sponsorship. It's like, sponsorship? You mean what? You want to fight in this and be your own sponsor?
Well, no, like, how much would it be like, this is my favorite death place on the Citadel or something,
Who are you? Are you someone famous?
I like to think so.
Valjean. Oh, sorry, that's entirely different.
I'm
Yeah,
Danny
okay,
McClure,
so-
famous pirate.
Yeah.
Like, you ever heard of Gani McClure?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, what have you done? You guys have to stop saying your name everywhere we go.
Another name drop.
Yeah, weapons list.
His eyes widen as he looks at you. And then you can see his sunglasses light up a few times. And he says, "Oh." And then they light up a few more times. And like, "Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay." He snaps his fingers and the four guards step back a bit, like right to the wall. He leans into you, Gani McCor, and says, "You're famous enough to make this interesting. How about this? I can let you guys all join in on this, and generally speaking, what we offer our competitors for the fight tends to be just slug throwers and regular blades and whatnot. But let's say that I happen to put a few disguised weapons amongst the normal weapons, and I tell you where to find them for the weapon selection process, and maybe you can kill these Vogger really easily and have a bit of an upset."
I feel like, but why would you do that for us?
Because we're famous. Because you're famous.
Because this is an
Everybody
easy
wants
way to
see
do
you
it.
fight.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Okay, I didn't ask.
Slems
that.
looks over and he said, "Did you say cheating?"
Yeah, this sounds agreeable.
All right. He pulls out a pad from his side, and he says, "All right, so I just need you to all sign up here." And then he pulls out a second smaller pad, and he has a picture of a wall of weapons. And as he puts out the pad with the contract and everything, he starts to circle a few of the weapons with his fingers, and each weapon is highlighted for a second.
And then
he does it. He does this for 6 of the weapons.
And Slems, you don't want to be here, right? You don't want to fight.
Well,
we need all of you for this deal.
I think Slems will
we're
do it
cheating.
when ordered, right?
Well,
I think Slems will also do it if we're cheating.
If we have a good edge.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'm up for this.
That's winning with nobility, Like, I'm used to that.
Nothing screams capitalism like having a head start.
Right. But yeah, I'll sign my name.
Okay.
I'll sign mine too.
All right.
Guess we're in.
Andrew. Okay. And then he finally brings the pad to Slems.
He's in.
S.
Yeah.
L.
I do the thing.
Okay. The manager
I
nods.
signed my name wrong.
You sign it backwards, so now it just reads Daniel Smells.
So, Gunny McCor, would you like your team to be renamed from Vim's Avengers to Gunny McCor's crew?
No, Vim's Avengers will do.
Well, I think the point was to spread the fame of.
Well, him being on the team, I mean, people are gonna know he's on the team. Come on, look, first of all, we're gonna find out what caused this to happen. Vim's going to tell us, and I I just have the sneaking suspicion that it's probably going to be hilarious. And
We're gonna have to spank him
Don't give him ideas.
because he's been a bad boy.
yeah, okay,
Sorry.
so setting that aside, I it's very clear he wants this to happen, and I don't want to take that away from him.
Please
Means
take it away
something
from
to him.
So he says, so do you want to switch the name or no?
Would you prefer we switch the name, or do you not care?
Well, I mean, we can provide you as much fame and acclaim as you wish. We could even have it to place to your ship as well. We could be, do you want your ship name to be included?
Probably not.
Well, we are trying to make a name for ourselves.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you know what? Sure, do that.
Okay. So let me see. What's the registry of your ship?
Salvation's End.
Salvation's End. So okay. So in less than an hour, so shall fight Gani McCor and the crew of the Salvation's End.
Can
Nice.
we speak to our compatriots now?
Yes, let me just get you checked in first. And he snaps his fingers again, and the people in battle dress basically herd you towards the guy in the cage. And the guy in the cage kind of looks at you guys up and down and says, all right, weapons down, and get all that armor and gear off and whatnot.
I'll strip.
This is an antique. I better get it back.
Yep, I'm going to give you a tag.
This is my whole arm, and I do
Oh.
an array of activities with it.
So you told him that you have the cyborg arm.
Well, hold on.
Okay. No, it's fine. As you say that, he looks up and he's like, oh, okay. He taps a few buttons on his screen, and you can see a cupboard behind him opens up, and you can see a variety of arms hanging there. Okay.
Are you
And
giving
he looks
these
there,
to me?
and he looks back at you. All right, so we'll take that fancy one off of you and give you a basic human capability one then. But thank you for being honest. You might have been able to sneak that past me.
So in the moment, I couldn't remember if I had bought the the flesh-looking one, and I'm just not remembering. I think I did.
You did.
Yeah. Okay.
Can he walk it back?
Yeah, it would have been. It's fine. I don't want to be like that. It's whatever.
So he finds one. Let me see. So he's gonna find one from you. Okay. He goes up to your arm and he has a few bits of specialized equipment. He's actually able to kind of pop it right off, and he plugs in another arm that's basically the equivalent of your natural arm.
Lieutenant Dan, you lost your arm.
Yeah. Except I've got this shitty one now. So.
Yeah, this one looks like really rubbery, and just not quite real, but it does move like your regular hand and arm.
Is it shaped like a penis?
Well, no, shaped like an arm.
But it basically, it's not the same color as the rest of you, so it looks like a bit off. It's almost like that Archer situation where one of the characters had the wrong color hand.
Sorry, you said rubbery, so I was like, is it like a Saints Row thing?
It's it's an arm dildo.
Also, sorry for kind of getting us in this mess, guys.
You didn't get us in this mess.
I think Vim probably has something.
You got us out. You got us out of this mess by getting us a couple of real guns.
Yeah, that's actually like. I really wish I guess I should have looked at the shit that I bought first.
The guy looks at you and says, "Do you have any other cybernetics that you want to admit to having?"
No.
Do I have any? I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't even remember if I have any, but no.
Yes.
You do.
Okay. All right.
He says, "All right. So, did you give him everything, like your suit and everything?"
Yes.
And pistol. Well, no, this is first for Ukluna. So your boarding back suit you gave him. He took. Are you giving him the pistol? Are you trying to hide anything? I'm basically asking.
What do I have?
You have your boarding back suit. You have your flechette pistol, your rapier, and your long blade. And your augments that you have are your shrieker box. And, well, you have your subdermal armor and your enhanced mobility. Though your enhanced mobility, he would literally need to, like, do brain surgery to get rid of that.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to voluntarily surrender all of my gear except for one of the weapons. And I'm going to try to I'm not going to try very hard to hide that I still have it.
Okay, so that's going to be a stealth roll on your part.
Okay.
So that's going to be 2d6 minus 3. Because you don't have stealth. That's weird. Huh.
I got a 4.
The guy, when you try to walk away, says, okay. Pistol too, buddy.
Oh, you caught me. And I'll hand it to him.
All right, just stand over there. You'll be walking through the scanner before you go onto the elevator.
Nah, fuck. All right. I was trying to do the thing where, like,
one to hide, one to find.
Yeah.
All right. He points to Slems next, and he's like, "Next."
I walk over and I give everything, but I get naked. Like I give him all the clothes too.
Ooh, graph belt.
Oh yeah. So
are you wearing a grav belt? Did you buy a grav belt?
It's non-functional. It's just for fashion. And then I quickly put my clothes over it.
The guy,
you put your clothes over it and not your penis, which is now just flopping in the air, I assume.
The guy takes the grav belt and you see he's making notes as it is like, okay, grav belt non-functional. All right, so you're not expecting it to function when you get it back. Okay.
Oh Jesus.
All right. Next, and points to Andrew.
Well, I said give my weapon and suit over. Both my weapons and my suit over.
And not trying to hide anything.
Well, I don't have anything, but I can't. I don't think I can hide a lightsaber in my. I don't much a rapier in my.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
No.
All right.
Not without stealth either.
And then Gani Makor, all you have is your the vac suit that you're wearing right now and the monoblade.
Yep.
Are you heading both over?
Sure.
The door opens to an elevator, and one of the guards in battle dress says, "All right, everybody, walk forward one at a time." And first points to Ukluna.
Okay. I mean, I obviously walked through it.
A red light starts beeping above it, and the person in battle dress puts a hand to your chest and says, "It's detecting something."
It's detecting my giant dick. You want to touch it?
Do you have any cybernetics on you?
No. Maybe your machine's probably broken.
Hold on. He goes back to the cage and he comes back with this like wand-looking object. And it's like, okay, hold on just a second, and he starts it right at your dick. And then he's like,
"Told you."
No, not beeping. And then he goes down. It doesn't beep. He goes over to the arm that they gave you, and it beeps a bit. And then he goes up, and then it starts. Maybe. But let me double check here. Let me be thorough. Let's see.
Like, are you really just gonna have me like pop my eyes out or something? Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, it starts to beep on your neck. It's like there's something in your neck.
Yeah, it's my physiology. It's my skeleton.
Hold on. Yeah. He just starts typing on his computer on his wrist. Oh, Shrieker box. Nice try. He goes to a satchel on his side, and he takes out a collar that looks very familiar to what Leonard was wearing in the video. And he says, "All right, put out your neck for a sec." And he just kind of snaps it around. He makes a couple of adjustments that, all right, I wouldn't use that Shrieker box in a aggressive manner. Otherwise, he mimes your head exploding.
I'm gonna beat you to death with this arm when I'm done.
You could try it, little man. Next, he pushes you onto the elevator.
Who's on the elevator with me so far?
Just you.
Oh, okay.
How come?
I walk up next, completely naked.
The guard kind of sighs and is like, "Okay, step forward past the sensors."
Also,
I walk up right up next to him, ignoring all social distance rules. Is this far enough?
Yeah, that's fine. He pulls from a satchel one of the collars, places it around your neck, and then he goes into his other satchel and he basically pulls out a little loincloth, and he's like, "Here, please take this. They're gonna give you a jumpsuit downstairs, but just wear this for now."
My eyes widen and I go, "Oh, role reversal! I'm into this."
From the
And I do
elevator,
as I'm told.
From the elevator, I'm gonna call. I don't think that's your color.
Next, he pushes you into the elevator.
So we're gonna kill that guy, right?
Probably not.
I'm gonna kill him with cuddles.
I was talking to Slems, who apparently is just in a loincloth.
I'll go.
He gave me a gift.
All right. There's a similar scan there for Andrew. Oh, okay, nothing there. Puts on the collar. Next.
I'll hold my hand out to Andrew. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Already, you're the last one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go forward. I'm probably in like a t-shirt and shorts, I guess.
Yeah, whatever you were wearing underneath the suit. They didn't take any of your clothes. They didn't ask for anybody's clothes, but Slams gave them the clothes.
They said everything.
He's technically correct.
All right. And yeah, the guy, as he's putting on your collar, stops for a second, and you kind of see the helmet go side to side. And then he leans forward towards you, Gunny McCore, and he puts out a pad to you and says, "Hey, would you give me your signature right here?"
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll give him a signature.
He looks at it and then laughs a bit. He's like, "Ha, great. Now I'll own your ship when you die." And he slips it into his satchel.
Well, I mean,
Oh no.
yeah. But what if I don't die?
Oh no. That's just like a pre-written will thing. Like most people don't actually sign it when I ask them.
Oh,
But you did. So that was great. So have a nice flight. And he pushes you into the elevator.
Okay, so I'm gonna start becoming violently uncooperative every time any of the characters ask me a question.
It sounds like we need to be our captain's keeper a little bit more.
Did you guys have to sign something? Yeah.
I didn't have a pen, and I touch my nakedness.
Fortunately, somebody else owns that ship, so it's not a problem.
The elevator goes down, and it opens up after about 30 seconds. You're in a corridor where there are two other people in battle dress waiting for you. They escort you down the hallway about 100 meters, and you find yourselves in a locker room. There, sat on there's a couple of benches there, a bunch of lockers. Looks like the entrances to a couple of bathrooms, but you can see Leonard and Vim. Vim, who is just kind of sat on the ground, clutching his knees, with Leonard just sat next to him, kind of patting his shoulder.
I'm gonna walk up to Vim. And I'm gonna
Vim sees you approach, and his eyes widen, and he immediately springs to his feet and comes to a parade ground salute and says, "Sir, sorry, sir. Much apologies, sir."
Okay, I'm not gonna listen to him. I'm just gonna push him against the wall.
All right, let's be easy with the kid. Jesus.
Wait, isn't he like 25?
Yeah, but come on, man.
Okay, fine. I'll just grab him by the shirt, and I'll be like,
wait, how old is Ben? Let me see.
It doesn't matter. He's the kid. Like,
oh,
He's baby.
He's 18.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. I'll be like, okay, fine. I'll just go up to him, very stern look on my face. And I'll be like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Sorry, sir. It was a mistake, sir. I was attempting to sign up for a different competition, sir, and I believed that I knew the Vogger language well, sir. Apparently, I do not.
What competition were you trying to sign up for?
Leonard sighs near to him and says, "Look, I suggested to the kid. He said he was getting better for combat training and whatnot. And I said that this moon had a few different areas where you can try to test your skills. There's shooting competitions. There are there's lots of different competitions they like to do. It's their big form of entertainment. And I think the kid just made a mistake. He told me that he knew how to read fluent Vogger and Aslan. So I told him pick a good one. And I could even shadow him, but apparently he picked this one.
So I wasn't gonna hurt him. I was just gonna try to scare him, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna say.
So what you're saying is he signed something without reading it. Side glance.
So what you're saying is that you let him sign something that you weren't convinced he could understand.
No, he convinced me he knew how to read Vogger.
Leonard, he's an idiot. How did he convince you of anything?
I have known him for not too long, and I thought, you know what? My opinion has changed at this point, but I don't think berating the kid at this point will help.
So what do you think about the situation?
I believe that I could probably take down 3 of them by myself in close combat.
I think we're gonna be okay.
Well, we talked to them. We talked to the manager, and he's gonna give us some good weapons. I don't know if any of them are blades or not. Did you save anything?
He looks at you, and then kind of smiles and maybe.
Good.
Anyway, though, from now on, nobody does anything like this without my say-so first. Is that clear?
You could see Vim's eyes are a little watery, but he stands at attention again and says, "Sir, yes, sir."
I'm gonna pat Vim on the back and say, "You're all right, kid."
And then he looks a little bit embarrassed. He's like, "Sir, may I use the restroom, sir?"
You don't need to ask.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Hold it like you should have held your mouth.
You don't need to ask to use the restroom. Just go use the restroom.
Thank you, sir.
You literally
He
did
goes-
just tell him not to do anything without your permission first.
I said something like
anything like-
this.
Wow. Again, he's an idiot.
All
Also,
right.
sorry for being too hard on him there, Okluna. It's just,
So Leonard kind of like leans over to the rest of you and says, "Look, so the issue here is this team of Vogger that we're up against are pretty notorious.
Yeah, we heard all about it.
Oh, good. Do you know that they usually like to forego the usage of weapons and just tear out the throats of their enemies?"
No, but that
Yet I'm not surprised.
It's okay, we're cheating.
also sounds kind of stupid.
Ixnay on the eating chain.
what do you ask? Sorry.
But according from what I found, all of them were part of a very elite Imperium Marines squad before they became these things.
Drinax is gonna be so pissed.
So they don't use weapons at all. They just use their hands.
Sometimes they
Oh, I-
use weapons. That they are very, dependent upon who their opponents are. I assume at least a couple will use swords, considering I've made my status as the sword master of Drinax known.
Okay, there are 6 of them, right?
Yes, six of us, 6 of them.
Do you know any specific details about the individual members?
They're all Marines. I did manage to, when I got Vim's call, I did look up a few of their videos, and they are quite talented. It looks like when we're in there, we will be in the upper part of the dome, all to ourselves. They usually put some sort of different environment there each time, whether it be various buildings, trees, or whatnot, just to vary things up. They also have artificial gravity, so sometimes they use higher level gravity, sometimes they use lower level gravity, sometimes it's 0 gravity. Once they even, apparently, well, actually more than once, they've done this like almost 100 times. They've even taken out atmosphere there a few times in the past and made people wear vac suits, where basically the first hit would ensure that that person would die once their vac suit was exposed to the vacuum.
But it's not like they're going to be 10 feet away from us in an open coliseum, so we do have an opportunity to get some weapons and hopefully take a couple of them out.
From what I know, first we are shepherded into an area. The challengers get to choose weapons first.
Well,
And we are the challengers in this case, since they are the defending champions.
And he pointed out where our weapons were, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he showed Sean, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I assume he showed. I was definitely trying to pay attention.
So we get the first choice of weapons, and they get a choice of weapons, and then this is in the previous room before we get into the Coliseum itself, and then
And you're confident you can take 3 of them?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. Assuming nothing untoward would happen. But that's largely within close combat, if I get into close combat range. I'm a little bit less able for my... They do. They are basically Imperium commandos, Marines, whatever.
Well, if we know who their best shooter is, then that would need to be our shooter's first target.
Yeah.
From what I can see, the one with the brown and white fur seems to favor long-range weapons like sniper rifles and whatnot.
Lovely.
Though the rest of them have gray fur, so it's a little bit hard. It was a little bit harder for me to recognize who was who from the videos.
Okay.
Well, let's go kill some kitties.
Yeah.
No, they're boggers, so it would be doggies.
Oh, well, let's go kill some
If
puppies.
you-
Let's go kill some pets.
Episode 13. Let's kill some puppies.
They're fighting the dogs.
Wow.
They're transing the dogs.
All right. So as you guys finish this conversation, there comes into the room an attendant. She has a bunch of different packaged foods and water on her, and she says, does anybody want anything to eat or drink before your match?
I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, we're fighting soon anyway, right? Like, imminently?
At this point, it would be like in half an hour.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to shit myself while I'm doing this.
Yeah. Sure.
She then brings the tray to Slems and says, "Water, wine, beer, fruit."
Yes,
Andrew, shake
all
your head
all
no
of the
and-
above.
Okay. She
No.
just kind of gestures towards her tray and says, "Take it as much as you will."
All right.
Don't.
I just start doing it. I'm eating, drinking, wine, water, beer, fruit. I say,
Okay.
"Oh, what are these? Are these macaroons?" And before she responds, I put them in my mouth. I go, "No," but I put another one in my mouth.
What are they?
I don't think we know.
They're chocolate covered potato chips.
Nice.
Sounds good.
That actually does
how
sound
much are
really good.
Oh, there's a local place near me that actually makes them, and they are spectacular. I can't trust myself around them.
Do any of you guys watch The Bear? The FX
I
show?
do not.
I have not.
I still need to.
They in one of the episodes, one of the characters makes an omelet, and crushes up some Lay's potato chips and sprinkles it over it, and it like triggered some like pregnant woman desire in me to eat the entire thing. It looked
Nice.
so good.
How much of the wine and beer are you drinking there for Slems?
I would say not a prodigious amount, but Slems doesn't know what that would be, so a lot.
He does have a tongue.
Okay.
You also
I'm-
might not
I'm
know what the
get-
word prodigious means.
Yes. So for Slems, I'm gonna have you make an endurance check for me. So that's gonna be 2d6.
I'm gonna say to Slums, maybe you shouldn't get drunk before a fight.
It's all right. We're cheating. I got a 9.
Yeah, but we still have to.
Okay, so far you're handling the liquor pretty well. It's just taking a little bit of the edge off.
Slums knows his limits. I bet. I hope.
I'm good. The edge is off. I feel much more confident about our ability to win.
She then puts that tray against the wall, and it goes into the wall. And then she takes out another tray. It's like, all right. And then says, would anybody want any uppers, downers, hallucinogens, or any other items?
Well, hold on.
Oh yeah, I'll take a bit of both.
Can you explain? Can you tell me what you have?
Yeah, so she basically points to things that are kind of like the equivalent of like she has like stuff that's equivalent to like LSD. She has stuff that's more like magic mushrooms. She has other stuff that's more like ketamine. She has actually a copious amount of cocaine already with some razor blades and whatnot ready to help you.
I've done the coke already by now.
I'm just thinking about what would take what would take care of the feeling I'm having now of not having my arm. But I probably shouldn't do any of it, honestly.
I'll do some for you, and I do another line of coke.
I appreciate that.
Make me 2 endurance checks for Clems.
9. Oh, and a 3. Shit.
You shouldn't have done that extra line.
Yeah, that extra line. I was a little too generous.
As you see him do that extra line, he looks completely fucking blitzed.
All right, let's do this. I'm ready to do this. You guys ready to do this? Let's do this. I'm totally game. Haven't we already done this? I feel like we've been here before.
All right.
I feel really good about this.
Yeah, let's go do this, I guess.
All right. She kind of brings you out of the room. She brings you to another elevator and says, "All right, so we're all going to be proceeding to the weapons room. There, you can also acquire armor. We offer leather armor or metal armor."
I've always been partial to leather. It feels so good on my skin.
I'll probably get some metal armor.
And then
the metal armor.
Oh, it's quite heavy. It will probably limit your mobility.
Leather then.
Yeah, I'll probably go the same.
Could I get this armor? I gotta find it real quick.
I want some Mad Max armor with like a little. It's like more S&M than armor.
I want the literal armor that Sauron has from.
Well, I mean, this is for show, so they probably have. It's probably a little showy.
Yeah, can I get this armor, please?
Nice.
Oh, that would be nice, but no, you're not getting battle dress.
Oh.
Can I have my arm back?
The attendant smiles at you and she says, "If you win."
We slowly come to the realization that the entire economy of this fight is just stealing shit off of the people that are gonna die and not win.
Pretty much. So the metal armor, when you get up to the room, you can see the wall of weaponry, but you could also see the armor placed there as well. So the metal armor looks like this.
Right, so it looks stupid, is what you meant.
Oh, so it looks like just normal. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Take the metal armor.
And then the leather armor looks more like this.
Very skimpy metal armor for everyone.
No, probably just for me.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Fairly basic.
I'll take the metal armor.
Okay. So just for me to keep track, so Gani McCore is metal armor, who's also team metal.
So what is the exact deal with the metal armor, mechanically speaking?
Okay, so mechanically speaking, the metal armor is going to be giving you some protection. It's going to be giving you 4 protection. And it weighs
I have to know if it's going to be a drain on me or not.
and it weighs 25 kilograms.
Need to see what my capacity is. Where do I see
Is that in pounds? I'm sorry.
That's about 56 pounds.
Okay. What can Gani wear up to?
That is a question there. So
I looked at my other tab and I have like a Raid Shadow Legends chicken, almost nothing.
Raid Shadow. that what this video is brought to us by, Daniel?
No, I'm just
No.
saying that's the armor I was expecting to find.
No, Jedi
Oh.
Enclave will never peddle that bullshit.
Your strength is 5.
I heard that BetterHelp
Uh.
gives out like $50,000 sponsorships though.
Level
Jesus.
100 defense in high heels.
So if anyone from BetterHelp is watching, if you'd like your brand to reach tens of people, let me know.
Tens of people.
It just
Oh,
happened
that's
to
what-
be on that just happened to be on one of my other tabs as we were talking about leather armor.
Hmm.
Let's see. How much?
I'm not going to
content
show
is
you
it?
any of the tabs I have related to leather armor.
Yeah, same.
Can I honestly hate like leather armor. Like, okay, how should I say this? I honestly hate a lot of female like armor in video games
yes,
just because
yes.
it looks like this.
Well,
Yes.
because I mean, women are.
That was the joke. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I gotcha. This is me just ranting and this is me just ranting. I'm sorry.
As we are well aware, women in video games exist only for boys to masturbate to.
Which is why they don't like K.
Yeah,
Which is why they don't like what?
K.
Which is why they
K
don't
best.
like K.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, I like the armor in Dragon Age. Like the armor in Dragon Age is pretty gender neutral, I think.
Oh, okay. So your strength has it in kilograms up to double what you have for your strength.
Oh, so it would be heavy then.
I'll take.
So yes, you're gonna find this super heavy to
That
wear
I don't want it.
for the metal armor.
That I
Okay.
don't want it.
No, I'll take the. Are you taking it to me or to?
As you try to put it on, you find your movement's going to be very much impacted.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Then I'll take. I'll just take leather armor then.
Is everybody taking leather armor?
Yeah. Sounds like fun.
I like the
Yeah,
dragon.
mine-
Everybody
Mine has
gets-
got a lot of straps, and you can still see my nipples.
Everybody gets 2 points of protection from it.
Nice. I feel like the Dragon Age games did a pretty good job, like for armor
I
for like
never
different
did.
genders. Huh?
I never played them. I never
Yeah,
got
I
that.
don't really know what.
You should
They're
play
fun.
them. They're great.
I played a couple of them.
Uh,
They're really horny though.
Yeah.
As you guys finish putting on your armor, you can see the team of Vogger come in through the other door. They smoothly enter the room and they just kind of clock you as they walk forward. All of them are kind of wearing matching jumpsuits.
Oh, they
And
caught us.
you can see on the jumpsuits they have a series of X's that go across the front of it.
I'm gonna say, hey guys.
Can you repeat?
You're gonna
that?
say what?
You cut out there.
You know, like the whole like duel thing where he kept saying duel over and over again.
You're gonna say duel?
Yeah, you know, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, when he says like, you know, it's like it's time to duel, but you know, like
It's time to do.
yeah, but I'm just gonna keep spamming that.
The Vogger kind of just look at each other, and then one of them walks forward and says, "So you are victims for today."
Yes, you are.
Actually, hold on just 1 second.
Can I give them an awkward wave with my new fake arm?
You can, and
Yeah, I
but
do
one
that.
of them first looks towards you, Gani McCore, and then spits right into your face,
Oh, okay. I mean,
and then snarls at you and says, "You have dishonored the Third Imperium
how did I do that?
by being here, by doing what you have done. Why are you fighting here?"
What did I do?
Why are you fighting here?
I guess I don't understand how am I dishonoring the Third Imperium by fighting here.
This is not a place for good people, and from what I heard, you were supposed to be a good person.
Well, I mean, you know, like I'm still a good person. It's just, you know, like, you know, when you get kicked out of the military, you know, you need like
She shakes her head and says, "No one here is a good person, and I'm not claiming to be one either."
Well, I think you're a good person.
Aw. Yeah, you just gotta look hard enough.
So
you know,
Akluna's gotten bored. And he's going to cut into the conversation and say, "Are we going to fight, or does someone need to take you out to shit?"
Ooh.
hey there,
Well,
watch the racism there, bro.
the one that has the brown and white fur barks out a laugh, and she says, "Oh, I'm gonna have fun blowing off your head."
I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that, and I was going to say with what lips because you're a dog, but the rest of the sentence made more sense, and I will not say that.
I'm gonna say.
I'm glad I waited.
I'm going to roll my eyes mightily.
You can see all of them go over to their wall, and all of them put on the metal armor.
Okay, so we should probably choose weapons that will do well against that, right? Or well, can we see the weapons that we're illegally procuring?
We don't know what those are.
Oh, okay.
So the wall of weapons are out there, and as you approach, you hear a voice pipe up from the ceiling.
Use the
and
force,
says,
Luke.
All right, before you are allowed into the arena, we will be doing the choosing of weapons. And I will announce with pleasure that the betting today has brought up your pool to 50 million credits.
Oh, sweet.
And one of our main sponsors has actually put forward a new challenge to the competitors to make this fight even more interesting, based on her previous relationship with one of the contestants, Gani McCor.
Oh, what'd you do?
You know what I did? You were there.
You want to fill the rest of us in?
And he says that
We talked to the guy. Remember? We were all there.
So this bet has been put forward by a visiting member of the Imperium, Isabel Westing. So, as a change of rules for this match, the first three weapons will be selected by Gani McCor's team, and then the next three weapons will be selected by the Vogger.
There are weapons.
So you guys can select half of your weapons starting out, and then they select half of their weapons, and then you finish up with the next half.
Now, what are the cheating weapons we get?
You can see all six against the wall, but you can only choose three at a time.
But which one of them are the ones that?
Are they?
But so three of them are firearms, and three of them are swords.
Okay, out of the six of them, which of them were indicated by the guy that we spoke to as the ones we should take?
Those six.
No, I'm saying specifically those are the cheat weapons you can see.
Oh, okay.
And you also, but also for Gani McCor, the name Isabel Westing just kind of like echoes in your head again and again, especially her being called an admiral, because she was the one that discovered that you were using anagathics and got you kicked out of the Imperium Navy.
Was she the one that he was also in a relationship with?
I thought that was somebody else.
No, you weren't ever in a relationship with her.
All right, I'm gonna yell, "Hey, can I talk to this admiral real quick? This Isabel person."
The sort of attendant off to the side said, "Oh no, that was just an announcement for your benefit. They can't hear you right now."
Oh, okay.
Let's say we should probably have our conversations later. We should probably get pumped up for this fight here.
These all ballistics.
So you guys are looking at the wall right now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Are you trying to kind of keep it not obvious which weapons that you're trying to favor as you're looking?
I'll put a big show into perusing. Like I can't make up my mind.
Well, I'm willing to peruse, but are any of these weapons? Are all of these weapons ballistics?
About half of them are ballistics and half of them are blades and spears.
But all of the guns are ballistics.
They appear to be ballistics.
Do any of the ballistics that we know are special appear to be not ballistics?
You'd have to select one first before knowing.
Well,
Like if any, so are you grabbing one?
Can we twirl it around in our hand but not
do we
choose
have
it?
to? Can we hold something before we choose it?
When you ask the attendant says, when you pull one off, that's the one that you get.
Well, then I guess I have to the best of my ability, look without touching.
Look with your
Okay,
eyes,
are you?
not with your little fingers.
So who's up first?
That's what my dad used to say.
Leonard and I are up first.
Okay,
Leonard, myself, and Gani.
Since Leonard didn't get to look at the cheat sheet
Well,
before,
I will try to clue him in.
how are you trying to clue him in?
Just, I don't know. What are my?
Is this a hand motion? Are you kind of trying to gesture with your chin or something, or?
I'd be like, I think you'll like this one.
Okay. He looks at you and then nods. Are you gesturing towards a gun or a blade?
One of the special blades.
Okay. He pulls it off.
Also, didn't Leonard say he had something like a little surprise?
He said maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, he just has a day. So these three.
His eyes widen as he picks up what looks to be like a long sword, and then he nods for a second, and then he withdraws.
So, of these three guns that we've indicated are special.
One looks like a Glock pistol. Another one looks to be like a little primitive hunting rifle. And another one looks to be like a primitive shotgun.
Well, I definitely want the rifle.
Okay, so you grab the rifle. It feels surprisingly light in your hands.
Okay.
Can you remind me? I have some kind of gun thing, right? Like skill.
Let me see if you have any gun skill. Yes, you have gun combat 1.
Okay, and what's my sword combat?
You're still working on it.
Right.
Melee. You do have melee blade 1.
Oh.
So you're working towards 2 right now.
Ah, okay. Are there still cheat swords left, or did they take them all?
There are 2 cheat swords left.
Okay. What are they?
One looks to be like a rapier, and the other one looks to be like a broadsword.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the rapier. The special one, the cheat one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna name it Needle.
As you pick it up, it is surprisingly heavy in your hands.
A very heavy needle. And then I'll look at Leonard and I say, I'm not sure if they covered this in sword class, but you stick them with the pointy end.
He rolls his eyes and said, "Yes, I would figure." Okay. And now goes the Vogger. Okay. So you are still pretty high right now, Slems.
Yep.
And you know which weapons are the cheat ones, right? Because you were watching as well. You said you paid attention because it was cheating.
Absolutely. It's the only time it makes sense to pay attention.
So you're looking at the cheat weapons right now on the wall, right?
Yes.
So the Vogger are still paying attention to you guys and the wall. And let me see if this would happen. The first Vogger kind of walks up to the wall and goes to pick up one of the weapons, but then the white and the brown furred one in the back says, "Hold on a second there." And then that one stops. And then she starts to growl something in Vogger, and all of them kind of turn around and start to look towards Slems.
I go,
the
what
one
is
with-
it? Something I'm wearing?
Earlier it was something you weren't wearing.
You can see them sniffing the air quite profusely. And they say, and the one in the back then says, "You seem to be favoring some of these other weapons, looking towards them, and you smell like you're high as fuck."
Just because you're right about one of those things doesn't make you right about all of those things.
Logic, bitches, I'll say.
All right. He gestures towards one of the cheat guns and says, "Go pick that one then."
But I'm going to say on Slem's behalf.
You're gonna take weapons advice from somebody that's high as fuck?
But also, we're going to take weapons advice from someone who has a vested interest in us losing.
No. She's saying this to her teammate.
Wait, hold on.
Isn't it my turn to pick?
No, it's split into 3 and 3 because of the rule change at the last second.
Gotcha.
Unless you want to try to flummox them with a well-crafted lie, Slams.
But I'm high, so...
Which means you probably lie better.
It might be a little bit harder, but you could still try.
Yeah.
Also, it is 10 after 9.
Yes. So we can end right here with your 3 selection as you try to figure out how to stop them from also possibly picking up a cheat weapon.
There's only one left, right?
No, there are 3
No.
left.
Oh, there are 3 left. Okay.
There are 3 left, and they have their 3 selections now. All right. So as your lives hang in the balance, along with a very big pot, you guys are set for an adventure. And your first major combat of the game.
All right, cool.
No talking your way out of it this time.
If you're still with us, thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll be back at some point.